Okay.
Everybody, we're the Jeep Life Podcast, and
Hey, we're the Jeep Life Podcast, and we're the Jeep Life Podcast,
we're really good at that and ums.
and
Hey, everybody.
we're the Jeep Life Podcast.
Yeah, we are.
Here to talk about Jeeps.
You know, it's all Jeeps all the time.
And more Jeeps.
Should be our slogan, but it's not.
Lots and lots of Jeeps.
Lots and lots of them.
Jeeps on Jeeps.
All right, we got some people coming on. I'm waiting for the first comment. Who's going to be that first comment? There it
Hey,
is. There
what-
it is.
What do we talk about?
Mike Gonzalez.
Oh, okay. Hi, Mike.
What are we talking about?
No. We talk
No.
about Jeeps, right?
Yeah, we talk about Jeeps.
Lots of Jeeps.
Lots of Jeeps. Lots and lots of Jeeps. Oh. I don't know about you, but it's been a... Hey, Kim. Oh, man, I'm so jealous. This group went out yesterday.
I know.
I know.
I'm mad. I had a good time, though. So.
Yeah, there you go. Dave. Mike. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Jason.
I added
Yeah.
some new stickers to my laptop.
Yeah, Cole. You are the first to
They're-
comment
they're
on
down here.
YouTube. Jason. New stickers.
New stickers down here. Yep. Cool. New stickers.
I don't see that new sticker. I see it,
It's down here.
but I can't see it because I'm old and decrepit. Hold on, I have to move it over to you. All right, down just a little bit. Oh, you're top of the world. Top of the world. I think-
No. The one next to it.
Oh, the Mischief Maker one?
Yeah.
Nice.
I added that one. And then I added Forlow Dads, which is a cool one. You got me the top of the world one, which
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
added
say, I
a little
got you
while
that
ago.
one.
I got the
Andrew.
twin stick crawlers, which is a really cool one.
That is cool.
Tommy makes those. And then also the Breakabilly.
Hey, Kara. Yeah, I've got to have the breakability.
Hey, did you know that we collect stickers for our table?
I am painfully aware as I look at this thing, and it makes me nauseous. So many stickers,
Really?
but it's awesome. We do collect it. Let's go back up to the full page, and you can see we do have a ton of stickers on
Makes
the table.
you nauseous. No, that's the love we have.
It is. It is.
We got to get some more stickers, though.
Yeah. So if you've got some stickers, I do have Dirt Road Therapy.
Oh, okay.
Sent me some, so I'll have one on there.
Cold case. Where is the cold case one?
It's on here. There's one on here. Is it underneath your?
Did it get moved?
Well, we rotated the table,
We did.
and it might be on the front of the table actually.
No, all the pipes are on the front of the table.
There's all pipes on. Yeah. I don't know how it could be underneath mine. No.
Dave, send me a message on Facebook or Instagram or something of the sort,
Yeah.
and I'll
Do it.
let you know how you can get a sticker.
Yeah. So we're getting ready to roll out with our full episode. We'll hit that button in just a few minutes. But before we roll, I always like to give a little love to some of our partners. What's up, Jerry? Neil? What's happening?
You know what time of the year it is?
It's cold ass time.
No, it's maintenance time.
Oh, it is maintenance time. No doubt about it.
So,
No doubt about it.
Jerry.
Oh,
might be
yeah.
getting a phone call about some AMSOIL products.
I really need some gear oil.
I know. I got to do the buggy.
Yeah. I got to
Mhm.
do my finances. Because, little fancy red Jeep you sent me a link to.
Mhm.
Might have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make a decision quick.
No doubt. No doubt.
Let me know.
I've slept on a few and I've messed up.
We got a bunch of info for you today.
Oh yeah. Info out the ears.
Yep.
Or in your ears.
I'm going to take you to school.
Info in your ears. Break it.
Break it Billy style.
Yeah.
I don't know how that really translates, but
It'll be fun. It'll
we're
be a
gonna
good
bring
time.
we're going to bring it break it Billy style.
Yeah, be ready because I'm just gonna nod my head.
No, I think you'll
acknowledgement.
bring some good insight to this as well.
I might bring some humor if nothing more.
Mhm.
Man, so we've got some discount codes
Oh,
that you should check out.
I love discount codes.
I'm gonna run through these pretty quick. Be
Be prompt.
Yeah, be prompt. Rockslide Engineering discount Jeep Life Pod for 15% on their amazing products. RockSlideEngineering.com. I am getting.
I want a set.
I'm getting a set of
The armor.
the armor,
Yeah.
the skids.
I really want a set for my JK, especially for what I'm about to do.
Yeah, with those king coilovers.
About out. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That'll help it. I can now get in my vehicle and not look like a crazy person. Power tank, you know those guys. Jeep Life Pod 15 for 15% off of a complete system at checkout, and I need to get some stuff from Tyler and the gang.
Heck yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
I've
It's
been
funny.
waiting to get some stuff.
In my professional life, Tyler gets right back to me.
Really?
It's so weird.
Maybe
And
you
then-
should just cross
I think
the
I might
paths.
cross pollinate there.
You might have to.
I might have to. Armorlight, those great guys at
Oh
Armorlight.
my gosh. So they came out with the TJ version
Yeah,
stuff.
finally. It's out.
Finally, it is out. So we got to get Dave back on here
Yep.
and
Yeah,
talk to him about all the new products that they're coming out with.
I love it. Jeep Life Podcast 10 for 10% off a complete Armorlight system at goarmorlight.com. Our buddies over at Pipes. Man,
Other Dave.
other Dave. So it's funny. We have a
The Dave that actually listens to us.
we have a listener that just purchased a pipe system,
Oh, yeah.
and I pass them daily taking my kid to school.
Yeah.
And so literally he revved up his engine as he was going by just so I could hear it. I mean,
Heck
put it
yeah.
in neutral and
Give it a little.
Yeah.
Love
And
it.
I was like, heck yeah, man, that sounds great. So that's funny. Pipes is offering free shipping on their systems.
Which is more than like 10, 15%.
Yeah,
off.
it's a great percent.
Shipping.
Yeah.
I mean, it comes in a decent sized box. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
it's a full system of tubing and this and that, and the muffler and the resonators and
Yeah,
everything like
and
that.
it's well packed to protect it.
It is. So that's worth it in itself.
Jeep Life is the
And that
Code.
translates over to cold case.
it does.
So
Which I've cold case radiator in my Jeep.
yeah, mine's running warm.
and it's, as soon as I get my thermostat fixed,
Yeah.
it'll fix mine too.
Mm-hmm.
Huddy's Beard Balm is Jeep Life Pod for 10% off at Huddy'sBeardBalm.com.
I can tell you, Marie loves the beard balm.
Oh, yeah, softens it right up, makes it smell nice. and
She
it's-
notices that it smells better.
yeah,
She's like, oh,
Look at
smells
that.
good.
Huddy
And
does
I
a good
rock
job
the
for that.
cedar wood.
Yeah, you do.
Yep.
Yeah, you
I
do.
rock it hard.
I've got
Love
cherry something. It's good.
Okay.
It's real good. All right, everybody. Get out there and share this among your friends. Let's get a few more people on here.
Heck yeah, share it out there.
Share it out there. Yeah, this is the best question. Is it a radiator or a radiator? I think in my
Rad.
life
R-A-D.
I have said radiator, but
There's no Y.
there's no why. It's radiator.
Or there's no I or Y, so it's radiator.
but it radiates the heat.
It doesn't.
It does. That's what
No,
those fins are for.
It transfers the heat
yeah.
through a heat transfer process.
All right,
using the
so
fins.
we're gonna call it radiator.
It's a rad.
If you say radiator, I am not gonna. I'm not
we
gonna
don't
call you
care.
dumb. Matter of fact,
I'm probably dumb and I can't talk right to begin with.
we all are in some
I
way,
English
right?
well.
I love it. I love it. All right. We're you violently hit the button last time.
Yeah, you can just hit it normally.
I'm going to hit it
so.
normally this time. All right. See you on the other side. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Jeep Life Podcast. We're that podcast where we celebrate that Jeep life and everything that comes along with it. I'm here in the studio with, none other than Break It Billy.
Hey,
the
that's
legend.
me.
What's happening, man?
Not much. Just spent some time down in the Philadelphia area. Went to
Nice.
a Union game.
Oh, yeah.
It was awesome.
Professional football.
Football.
Yeah.
My first time ever.
It's a
going
beautiful game. That's what they say.
It was an experience, let me tell you. I mean, I've been to soccer games in college and stuff like that, but it was first time going to a professional soccer game, and it was pretty fun. And it all came down to like the last 5 minutes if anybody was watching that game.
It always does. I think they should just start professional sports in the last 5 minutes
Yeah.
and call it a day.
Yeah, it was fun though. It was
Yeah.
a good time.
Good. I've seen several live professional soccer games, and the environment's
Mhm.
great.
And then
Fans are
yeah,
fanatic.
Then we spent some time in Philadelphia, went to some old pubs, and
Nice.
it was fun.
Yeah, good times, good times. And I'm Jeep and Terry, and I
What
didn't
did-
go to Philly.
What'd you do this past week?
So I did. I installed some Overland Outfitters door bags.
Ooh,
Really classed up my JK,
Wow.
with no doubt.
sounds it.
If you haven't seen them, they're leather and real nice military grade
Canvas.
canvas.
Cool.
And I was getting the nets that were the saggy
Mm-hmm.
old man sagginess,
Yep.
and
I think everybody gets the sagginess.
this is I was getting to the point I'm ready to just cut them off, and so I did. The day before I installed them, I cut all the.
Normally, people don't tend to cut things off.
No, they don't, but I did, and man, even cut off, it improved the looks 1,000%.
Oh, I bet.
But then I put those on,
I put nothing in mine.
and they look fantastic.
Nothing.
All right, they do cut up the knuckle.
Ooh.
Literally, both
Hmm.
of my knuckles are cut up because you're reaching up behind the
The
door
plastics and everything.
and it's yeah.
You should have wore some gloves.
But halfway through, I was realizing, I should have,
Mm.
but I didn't. I didn't even at that point go
You
back.
could have
and get
used
some.
your rescue.
I could have. They were
gloves.
probably 9 feet away
Yes,
from
they definitely were 9 feet away.
But I installed those, and they are pretty awesome.
Yeah,
They're pricey, but
they're awesome though.
they're awesome. It completely changed the way it looks. I've now moved stuff that was in my console to the door.
Okay.
I think I'm going to put my remote control for my winch in there. And whatever paper things I might need in there.
Right, I hear.
Because there's a flat flap, and then there's others. So there's two different installation methods, and I use both of them,
right.
being the guy that overkill as I am. The first is you don't have to drill anything. You can just slide them on, hook the fabric around the pins and stuff in the back,
Mm-hmm.
and then use industrial Velcro.
Okay.
They give you the industrial Velcro, and it sticks to your door.
Gotcha.
Or you can
Hook and loop.
hook and loop. There you go. That's
Yes.
the less, I guess, trademarky way to
Yes.
say that.
Yes. Hook and loop adhesive.
Yes. So I put that on there. And that would have been fine. I think that would have held just fine because
Right.
of the way it hooks in the back
Yeah.
and everything. think that would have been fine. But I went ahead and drilled little holes and used they send you little plastic screws or metal
Okay.
screws to go in the plastic,
Cool.
and just to secure it a little bit more.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a good stuff. I would highly recommend it.
Sounds cool. I like it.
Yeah, I took a picture of it to throw up on the screen, and I forgot to.
Load it up.
Yeah,
It happens.
it happens. What's coming up in this episode, folks? We've got cold air intake stuff, and oil can catches. And if you know what either one of those mean, you're ahead of me in the game. Actually, I know what a cold air intake is, but I had oil catch cans. Nah, not so much. So, you'll see.
Yep.
You'll see.
Yep.
Big news starting this week.
Wow.
And Jeep's notorious about this, but Easter Jeep Safari is coming up, and that'll be in our events.
It is. It's April 1st to the 9th.
Yeah, big deal. And
And I'm sorry, I'm going to bring this up. I stand corrected. It is like the 57th year.
57th.
But didn't they skip a few?
Probably in COVID, but
I think they skipped 2 in COVID.
yeah, I
So
don't know.
either way, I stand corrected. I'm going to put that out there.
I didn't even put it in the show notes to
Well,
correct it.
I
But
remember.
there you go.
I stand
little
correct.
birdie.
Stand corrected.
A little
Mr.
birdie.
Emmerman.
Yeah, there you go. He was angry about that.
I understand. I get it. I'm sorry. Apologize now.
But we love him.
Yep.
But Jeep has released
Some teaser
sketches.
photos.
And
3D renderings, graphic art, something of the sort.
Yep, and they always bring concept vehicles to Moab for EJS.
Heck yeah.
And the last couple years, they've kind of given little teasers, little sneak peeks, if you will. And I wanted to talk about these a little bit because they're unique. I think it's fun to do. So the first one.
Well, I just want to give a quick little shout out to everybody out there and to let everybody else know that we have an Instagram and a Facebook that we release teasers on of what's going to happen on our live episodes every Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can head over to our Instagram and Facebook and check that stuff out during the day.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Uh-huh.
You did a great job today putting that stuff out.
I was
Appreciate
trying
it.
to.
So the first one I'm going to throw out, they haven't named these. They literally just put them out there. But I'm going to throw it up on the screen. And it's this
Alrighty.
lime green, sketchy monster-looking thing. And
It's pretty cool.
it's really cool. I'm going to call this one Green Giant because it's
Green Giant.
and it's my name, not their name.
Yep.
But it's green, and those tires and stuff look really beefy.
So the picture's green.
Yes.
So what I'm thinking here, I think they're trying to throw you off a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I think they're just making it green to throw you off. I think it's gray.
You think it's gray?
I
All
think
right,
it's
that's
gray.
interesting. All right, well, Mike
Gray
Holt is
with
a good name.
black accents.
Yep. All right.
And then also, I really tried to kind of look into this photo.
Yeah.
So I was super analytical. I see some big, beefy tires on there.
Probably 40s.
Maybe 40s.
Yeah.
Maybe 42s. Can't lose on 42s.
No.
You know,
Right,
that's how
right,
it goes.
right.
But also, I see a door up in the front area. So make sure you head over to our Instagram and Facebook and check out these photos for yourself.
Yep.
But also I see a fastback maybe style. There's a large B pillar.
Very large B pillar.
Large B pillar.
All right. So I'm the same way. I dug in and I looked all over this place. But I also brought up pictures of Magneto 2.0.
Right.
And this has a very Magneto vibe to it.
It does.
The wheel flares are larger than what Magneto 2.0 had on it, but Magneto had 40s on King coilovers, and it had the very similar B pillar. the doorway where there's no door, there's not actually
is
a
no
door, there's
door.
no mounts for the
Yep.
door, there's nothing.
Very clean, finished look.
It's very reminiscent of what they did with Bob last year.
Bob.
The sawed-off Gladiator. It had no doors, but it had a nice
And
door seal.
That's what I was looking at.
like
so is
this.
Bob getting electric?
Well, I don't know. Is it green? It's going green.
I still think it's gray.
I like that. So it is a two-door something. The interwebs were.
It is a Jeep El Camino.
The interwebs were screaming two-door Gladiator. My thought on that is I don't think that would be the first thing they tease.
El Camino Jeep.
Yeah, it's a business in the front,
morphed
party in the
baby,
back.
mullet.
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
yeah.
I want a hot tub in the back of it.
So I think that this teaser is a upgraded Magneto.
Absolutely.
If I was to just put it out there.
Yep.
I could be wrong. It's Mike, his first thought was a revamped Hurricane. It's a very good. Maybe they electrified the Hurricane. Maybe I'm not sure. A new Scrambler.
Who
knows? So I like both of those, but that's out there. I love the green. There, somebody said that the opening on the front fender flare is really big. It's identical to what was on Bob, and
I think it's a door for a charger port.
Do you think it's a door for the charger port? I
think
look
it's
for
an
that.
open door. For
if
the
you look at the
charger port.
cowl, there is no. There
I
is
think
no
it's a
charging
lower
port.
door.
All right,
I think
I
they're
like
changing the door location.
It is definitely meant to be driven with the doors off, and we've got some.
Huge news on the doors off front in
the
Pennsylvania.
snowball is going down the hill.
It is well down the hill.
Yeah, if you're not on that snowball, you're gonna get run over.
Yep. So you
All
can, yeah,
I want to be able to drive with my doors off legally.
all the time.
I still do. Not today. No. No,
you
not
would
today.
have them off today, though.
I would if I could. I mean, I'm just going to tell you. I'm going to throw it out there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Green Giant, that's exciting, and I'm going to tell you as we go along and we get more information, we're going to pull some of these up and talk about them. The next one, I just threw it up on the screen for everybody, but it's more of the grayish blue hues with bright brown leather seats. It looks like.
I think this is just the Rubicon 20th anniversary tribute graphic.
Yeah, I think you're very well could be, but it's with blue outline, so it's definitely. And I think if I look at the door, I mean right at the cowl, it's got the charging port. My guess on this is Decoder 2.2 or 2.0, and Decoder last year was basically their rolling catalog.
Right.
Because it had all the barcode or
Everything
QR,
had a QR
codes,
code on it.
and it was all Jeep performance parts.
Absolutely.
And if you look on the left-hand side of this picture, it's got that big Jeep performance parts
logo.
stamp, but it also doesn't have a C-pillar at all.
That you can tell.
It has a Molly panel. It has the tube doors that the Decoder had.
So it might just be a 4xe Decoder revamp.
Yeah. I think it's a JL.
Yeah. I understand.
A 4-door
I see
JL.
that.
I don't think it's a
could be completely off base.
it could be we've never been off base before.
Oh, you're funny.
But these two are I think they're really exciting
Yeah.
for Jeep to release these, and I can't wait to actually see them.
Yeah,
but-
Mr. Lucky.
Yeah, I know. I so lucky. But I think these two are the most boring of the ones that we're going to see.
Maybe. Who knows?
I mean, if it's Magneto 3.0, let me tell you, I gushed all
I know you did.
around Magneto 2.0.
I know.
All electric. On
Yeah.
40s, I think did 0 to 60 in 2.2 seconds.
Yep.
So it's not playing around. But yeah, this is some sort of 4xe. I think it's the catalog car,
Makes
Decoder
sense.
2.0.
It would make sense.
So we'd love to hear your thoughts on this.
Mhm.
Let us go find our socials and comment on it, or send us an email or whatever, and let us know what your thoughts are on these two vehicles. Pull them up. You can find them. Just search Jeep Concept Vehicles 2023
Yep.
and you'll find them. But they're really cool. Any last thoughts on that?
Not really.
It-
I like the brown seats.
It looks sharp.
It does look sharp.
I will tell you, last year's Decoder was all black with that fuchsia, magenta,
Pink.
pink all around, but it also had those custom pink seats, leather
Mm.
seats with X'd out embroidery.
That's
So
nice.
it was really nice. So I think this is,
Just something very off base color of what the base color is.
I think Jeep Performance Parts is expanding.
Yep.
It used to be just under Mopar. It was
Yeah.
Mopar
Now it's-
Performance
yep.
Parts, and now it's its own thing, and I think they're trying to capitalize on that.
Absolutely.
So let us know what you think.
Woo!
And where's the place we're going to be able to see all that?
Oh, that's at Easter Jeep Safari.
Yeah, in Moab.
April 1st to the 9th. Hosted by Red Rock Four Wheelers.
I hope to have stickers by then.
I hope so too.
I hope to have stickers. So come find me. I know that last EJS I was out at Top of the World and somebody yelled across and said, "I know that voice," and came running. So you never know when you're going to meet people and talk to our listeners. So
Yeah. And then April 8th is Dirt Road Coalition Easter Hot Springs Off-Road Park Takeover in Arkansas.
man, it's a lot of words in that
That
name.
is a lot. Dirt Road Coalition Easter Hot Springs Off-Road Park Takeover.
You would need a XXX shirt
So
just to get all the
Dirt
all the
Road
words.
Coalition is the club.
Yes,
Easter
is the time.
is the time.
Yeah,
Hot Springs Off-Road Park is the place.
yeah.
They're going to take it over.
And the takeover is the action.
and the action, but it's located in Arkansas.
Yes.
Okay.
We got our sentence structure breakdown.
That's a lot.
My 8th grade English teacher would have been so proud.
Yeah, I was never good at that.
No.
Hey, but April 22nd is the spring trail ride for Jeep enthusiasts of Eastern Pennsylvania, and I think I'm going to be leading a group. I think you're leading a group. I think there's a lot of groups that are going to be led by a lot of great people.
Yeah. We EJA Evolution Jeep Alliance comes
Yep.
out and helps us, and they do a lot of leading and
Mhm.
helping us as well. So our thanks to them for that. But it'll be fun. I hope I'm not two-wheel Terry by then.
I hope you're four-wheel drive Jeep and Terry.
I gotta
then.
be. I gotta be.
Yeah, well, get on it, buddy.
It's going in the shop tonight.
Okay, good. May 6th is Evolution Jeep Alliance Recovery for a Cause, and that is an amazing event. I'm going to be guiding for that event as well. That event benefits Project Sanctuary,
Yeah, it's such a good
which
event.
last year they were able to raise somewhere upwards of like
I think $22,000.
$22,000, like that.
Yeah, it's
That's
ridiculous.
incredible.
Yeah, the Jeep community is killer.
It is a huge event, though.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Huge event,
Yep.
lots of donations, lots of great raffle prizes. So make sure you head over to Evolution Jeep Alliance Recovery for a Cause, sign up for that, and get your ticket. Hey, you know what May 20th is?
Oh, I do.
What is it?
I'm taking my top off.
No.
Yeah,
Please
I am.
don't.
It's Go Topless. It says it in the name.
Okay, you mean the top on your Jeep.
Yes.
Okay, so May 20th is Go Topless Day, National Barricade Go Topless Day. And we're going to be hanging out with the Jeep enthusiasts of Eastern Pennsylvania.
We'll
at
do a live probably there.
Mountain Top Winery, Brewery, Distillery, Vineyard, this, that, and the other thing, everything under the sun. Pick your poison. And they have food.
Oh, yes, they do.
Very good food, too. And that is the nationwide event that is going to be going on for Go Topless. And then the New Jersey Jeep Invasion is actually going to be hosting their own event for Go Topless at the Funplex Amusement Center in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And that is the Philly opener.
Yeah, they're going to play that on a big screen.
That's freaking sweet.
Yeah, there's going to be Jeep priority parking, all that stuff. I wish I could go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then June 2nd to the 4th. Drum roll, please. And then also the 16th to the 18th and the 23rd to the 25th. That is a lot of field tripping.
It is, and I only put the local ones.
That is the
for
local.
Us. It goes on all summer.
Yeah, it does. It's the ultimate off-road field trip hosted by Chris Miller and Ultimate Off-Road Field Trip Coalition.
Yeah.
Which is an amazing group of influencers and great people that are coming together to put on awesome events at different off-road parks around the country.
Oh,
and we're going to happen just to have 3 of them in our Northeast area.
Yeah, it's great because, Holly's come out and wheeled with us the last couple of summers, literally because we reached out to her and had her. Now we're a part of their vernacular, if you will.
Yeah, it is.
And Tanner just jumped on here, and that's all we're missing is getting Tanner Ricks out here and wheeling with us.
Well,
I know,
Tanner.
Yeah,
maybe you should respond to me at some time, Tanner.
The gauntlet's been thrown.
Yep.
But I will be at least to 2 of those events. Out of the 3.
You'll be around.
Yeah, I'll be around. Summer is so busy for me. But yeah, I can't wait to see the gang, and we'll have Holly and Chris on at some point to talk about the event.
I was actually just reaching out to Holly today to say, hey, we got to catch up, get you on the podcast, and we got to talk about some upcoming events.
Yeah,
and I want to hear all about.
I want to hear hammers. We kind of
talk.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so. Yeah. But also thrown in there, June 7th to the 11th is Bantam Jeep Festival in Bantam, Pennsylvania.
Out west Pennsylvania. I mean, it's
technically
Butler,
Butler, Pennsylvania.
But that's a good event. That's a good event.
It's a great event. And then July 14th to the 16th is New Jersey Jeep Invasion in Wildwood, New Jersey.
Yes. We were just talking off air how we're going to logistically make this happen.
We don't know if it's going to happen.
Any of our sponsors, our partners out there that want to
help make it happen,
help house us.
Let's not say house us, but help make it possible.
Yeah,
for
help
the
make
Jeep
it
Life
possible.
Podcast to attend the New Jersey Jeep Invasion. We would be greatly appreciative.
Yeah, it would be awesome.
Yep.
Real quick. Dave, I appreciate the comments on our camera. We've worked really hard on upping our game on the live side. So those of you at home that will listen to this as a podcast, you need to start coming out and hanging with us on Sunday nights. The studio has gotten better looking. We've gotten some camera angles going. Our intern has done an amazing job setting all this stuff up.
Terry, you're great.
I'm the intern. But I appreciate you comment on that. And I can't wait to see everybody at these events. Come out, say hi, hang out with us. We're a lot of fun, actually.
We try to be.
And we usually have some pretty decent giveaways hanging around us in some way. We know people.
Yep.
I can't wait. There are 2 things. Make sure you email us. If you want stickers or just want to tell us how we're doing or have a question, email us at info@jeeplifepodcast.com, and we'll get that out. I just sent out stickers this week. So make sure to do that. Take advantage of that. We also have our listener voicemail, 484. I know we'll do this a little bit later, but 484-891-1172. And leave us a voicemail. It goes right to my phone. But
as,
Billy
as we discovered at like 11 o'clock.
Billy called me late one night, and I look at it. I don't even see where I saw it's from Billy. I'm like, something must be bad if it's this late.
And
No,
he
he
was
was
calling me.
He just wanted to leave a voicemail, and so
On
we'd
the
have,
info, I wanted
Yeah.
to leave it on the Jeep Life podcast
Yeah.
caller.
and that would have been a funny.
Oh, it
I
was
wish-
gonna be. It was gonna be a.
I ruined it by
routine
answering
hour
the-
time.
I
Yep.
ruined it.
Absolutely. Oh well.
All right, now's the time. We start talking, and we're getting technical now.
Oh, geez. We're
Here we go.
talking about intake stuff, which we're going to start off with cold air intakes. And, cold air intakes, it's a modification that a lot of people like to do to their Jeeps. It's kind of, I don't know, it's not needed, I would say, on a Jeep Wrangler. The air intake box that Jeep designs
Yep.
for the Jeep Wrangler, both in the TJ, the JK, the JL,
Yeah.
is specifically designed for specific requirements, right?
Yep.
So what that does is they put in compartments that if you do submerge the vehicle up to a certain level, that's where you get your water fording capability.
Yep.
That intake inlet of the air box is specifically located at a certain height above, that gives you your water fordability.
Yep.
So I wouldn't recommend, if you're going to be doing a lot of water
Crossings. and-
crossings or mud
yeah.
activities, to have a cold air intake on your vehicle. So with that being said, what is a cold air intake? Cold air intake is a set of tubing that runs from your throttle body into directly to a cone filter that is somewhat cornered off and somewhat gets a fresher supply of air from the outside the vehicle, preferably closer to a vent that supplies that air from the front of the vehicle or something like that. So you are going to be sorry, I lost my train of thought. No, but you're going to be pulling that cooler air from outside the vehicle and pumping that cooler air into your intake throughout and giving you colder air is more denser. So you're going to be adding denser air to that air-fuel ratio, and that's going to be helping your engine run a little bit more efficiently. So there is one major flaw with cold air intakes in Jeeps.
Yep.
Where is there a cooler air vent in the front of a Jeep vehicle?
No, right.
There
not.
isn't one.
Mm-mm.
So normally what they're doing is they're taking a set of air or metal baffling in the engine bay where your stock air box is located, and they're putting that cone air filter in there. So it's somewhat sitting behind your headlight, and yes, it gets a little bit cooler air. You're going to be getting about, from what I could tell, I was getting on average about 20 to 25 degrees cooler air with a cold air intake. If you can somewhat isolate that even more to get more direct airflow from outside the vehicle, you can reduce that air temperature even more, which helps your combustion cycle.
Right.
So some of the big names out there for cold air intakes: K&N, AFE, Volant. There's also different companies out there that have different setups that help with that water fordability.
Yep.
So I know Volant makes I'm probably saying that wrong, but still, they make a case that the cone filter sits in, so it's a little bit more protected from different
Right.
elements, stuff like that. So that's what a cold air intake is. You can also pair it with a snorkel kit.
Yep.
Which that's what K&N did. So they incorporated a cold air intake and a snorkel kit together with that. So K&N has that really nice. I ran that on my Jeep for a little bit. Gives you a really nice sound as well.
Yeah.
Is there hypothetically 5 to 10 horsepower extra? Yes. hypothetically. Are you going to feel it? No, not really.
Yeah, when you're talking about that small of a percentage, it's probably not. So with that, Jeep provides it in that box.
Correct.
And it's kind of sealed
Yes.
in that environment. Most cold air intakes are open filters.
They are a cone filter that allow a higher CFM, so cubic
feet per meter or whatever. Yeah.
Cubic feet per minute of air.
Yep.
So that is a measurement of volume. So it does flow more air through that. But the other part of it is that, more air, you need more fuel. You're going to burn it a whole lot faster.
Yeah.
So
now, I've been in a couple vehicles with a cold air intake, and it does have a neat whistle to it.
Yes, there is usually a whistle that's associated with pulling that air through that filter and into a straight pipe into the intake, which is kind of cool. I like it. I hear it in my Jeep because I have a cold air intake. But also, I don't put my Jeep through muddy situations. And
I know you and I avoid the mud whenever we can.
Yes.
So
it's just a more direct route into the intake.
I find it interesting that we see these cold air intakes available, but nobody modifies the hood in a way to get more air in there, unless you do one of those snorkel modifications.
So there has been some movement from the OE though. So if you look at like the Ram Airs and the 392 has that hydro hood.
Yep.
So that actually directs cooler air into the intake of the vehicle, and then it directly pumps it more into that, the air box.
Yeah.
So what normally you're getting is on a standard like the Jeep JKs or JLs, you're getting air that is pretty much from the engine bay or from the side of the engine bay. They try to put the air intake closest to the seam of the hood as possible. So you're getting cooler air, obviously, as you're driving down the road. But you're still seeing on a 95-degree day, you're seeing upward temps of 180 degrees of intake air temp.
Yep.
Every bit of that. If you can get that down to, say, 135, that's a whole lot better.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So you and I have had the conversation.
Cold air intakes, not. Professional opinion, I say the air box that Jeep created is very purpose-oriented for what a Jeep is intended to do. Cold air intakes, they're cool. I like them. They're nice. They give you a cool sound. Yeah. They look nice. But they're not really needed.
I was going to say, dollar for dollar, that's not a good place to put your money, right?
No.
Cool. All right, let's talk about...
So, somewhere that you should put your money, or at least that I recommend that you put your money, is an oil catch can. So, what is
I have one on my grill.
No, we're not talking about the grease dripping can that's on your grill. We're talking about an oil vapor canister.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I was just seeing myself cutting off the top of a Bud Light can and taping it underneath the Jeep. That's not what I'm doing.
No, we're not doing that. All right. So let's first off, we got to understand a little bit more about what oil catch cans are used for and what their application goes to. So oil catch cans are mostly used on direct injection motors. So first, to understand what a direct injection motor is, that's where the fuel is obviously injected directly into the cylinder.
Right.
So basically your fuel injector sits as close as possible to your intake valve in the motor, and when that intake valve opens, it injects the fuel directly into that cylinder, creating the air-fuel mixture. So the air is pulled in through the intake manifold. So in this, what happens is that combustion happens. Sometimes there's a little blow-by that goes around the piston rings or the valve seals, and it leaks up into your crankcase. So the crankcase is the area that houses the oil, your oil pan, all the valleys and everything that connect all the way around up to your valve covers. That's considered your crankcase. And on the back of your motor, there is a PCV valve, which a PCV valve is a positive crankcase vent or valve that has a diaphragm in it that basically moves as the engine idles up and down through the RPM range. So this blow-by, basically, as the engine travels up in RPM, can increase and cause a positive pressure in the crankcase, and in that turn goes back through tubing into the intake. So basically, it recycles those vapors through the combustion cycle, and it's an efficient process of recycling that vapor.
Yep.
So what does an oil catch can do in this process is basically it sits between that PCV valve and your intake. So as you get that positive pressure in your crankcase, it's going to go through this oil catch can, which an oil catch can is a device with an inlet and an outlet connection, normally connected with hosing or tubing through that PCV valve into the intake. And it passes through a filter and usually a series of baffles or something inside that can to help condense those vapors. And that oil moisture mixture into the can, it drips off those baffles, and then that air passes up and through back into the intake and is expelled through the exhaust. So it creates a cleaner combustion cycle, which is very good in the grand scheme of burning oil is not good for a motor.
Right.
Especially when you have catalytic converters, because what do catalytic converters do?
Well, I was going to say that this whole process helps reduce the heat.
Helps reduce heat. It helps reduce poor combustion.
Yep.
It helps putting hydrocarbons into the exhaust and processing them through your catalytic converter. So it's all just creates a cleaner burn cycle for the motor.
Okay.
So I run a RIP supercharger catch can. My catch can has a filter on the top of it on the inlet side. It passes through a brass filter, and then it condenses onto a baffle disc, and then it has obviously 125 milliliter can at the bottom. There's a little guide that you can see how much is on there. So some of the other things that's really cool about these is you'd be amazed on how much you catch with them. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm catching 75 to 100 milliliters worth of oil per oil change.
Oh, wow.
That would have been burnt through that combustion cycle, causing extra carbon on my, spark plugs, in the cylinders, on the cylinder heads. Not good.
Right.
Yeah. So I run the RIP superchargers, oil catch can. Mishimoto makes one. Corsa makes another one. J&L makes another one. So these are also really a lot more common on turbocharged and supercharged motors.
I can see that, yep.
Because what happens is they put an oil catch can in line with the intake, and it reduces the amount of oil that condensates in the intercooler on these supercharged and turbocharged motors.
So is this something that is a normal maintenance item that everyone should look at, or is this something you add?
It's something that you can add additionally on top of this. It's not standard on all vehicles. It is standard on some of the newer vehicles, but also they have a kind of self-recycling oil catch can design as well.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, is this on your you have yours on your buggy?
I have mine on my daily driver.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Cool.
And then also it helps reduce the moisture that gets put through the combustion.
Right, because you've had to replace your catalytic converters.
Yes.
And there was nothing in the interior of those left. So doing this is going to help prolong the life of that catalytic converter.
And just the motor in general.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Is this something you can do fairly easily.
It's an hour job, if that.
Really?
Yeah.
So pretty simple,
Pretty simple.
straightforward.
Yeah.
Do you need a mechanic's license, or
You do not.
sit out in the driveway and do this? I'm just reading.
Yes, I am as well.
You read, but Jerry just sent our good friend from Amsoil just sent a book, and it's awesome that he included that, and so I'm going to have Bill read that, so that both of us aren't sitting here reading on air, which is not good for.
So Jerry basically just was giving an additional reason why these oil catch cans are super important for a vehicle. So basically, what he goes into in describing is that the traditional style of motors that we have in the Pentastar V6
Right.
is a port injection. So what that means is it's basically injecting the fuel directly on top of the valve. So a direct injection actually requires a high-pressure injection nozzle injecting the fuel directly into the cylinder next to, say, that spark plug.
Right.
We have a port injection, so it's injecting it through a port on the valve side. If we allow this oil and other residue and carbons and contaminants to get into that injection or that valve seal and everything,
Yep.
it basically, he's saying, it can gum up the valve seal. It causes other problems. It causes more blowback. It causes more blow-by.
Right. Oh, that makes sense. All right. Well, I had no idea, and it's good to. I always learn. I get to learn on air with everybody else. Do like for the 3.6, is this something you can just order pretty easily?
Yep, online, Quadtech.
Yeah.
Other third-party retailers.
All right. Cool.
Direct, Mishimoto.com.
Yeah. All right. Well, I might look into that.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've got other things I need to do, but don't be mean, Eric. Don't be mean. So that's awesome, and I appreciate you putting the effort into that, and I think the cold air intake is something that a lot of people hear about and want to look into as well.
They're really cool. They are awesome, but they can cause you a lot of problems if you're out on the trails with them, this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah, a lot of people like to rip through the mud and water and everything.
Yes,
so
they do.
That might not be a good thing, so consider that. Woo! All right, well, that's awesome. I love it. Thanks for that info. And, we have great info coming at you every Sunday and every week on our podcast, so people can find us. I normally throw this over to you, but since you did all the work, I'm going to try to do this the best I can.
Hey, real quick though,
Yeah.
if you have any topics, ideas, or anything else that you want to hear about, you want me to do some research about, bring my non-engineering expertise of any sort. I'm not a professional whatsoever. So, but if you want me to ramble about it for 45 minutes or something of the sort, send it over to info@jeeplifepodcast.com.
Well, you can find us and that link on Linktree, and that's linktr.ee/JeepLifePodcast. You can also give us a call, leave a voicemail. We encourage this because we might actually play it on air, 484-891-1172. Questions and stuff, again, info@jeeplifepodcast.com. Go to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have a ton of stuff there in addition to our episodes, all of our antics out on the trail. Bill gets to go out and wheel with some fantastic people, so you want to check that out as well. Make sure you like and subscribe to that and tell your friends. But also, go to your favorite podcasting app right now and leave us a review.
Yep.
We haven't had a review in a while. I would love to be able to read those on air, but it helps people find us. And that's we do a lot by word of mouth. We don't have the budget to spend a lot on marketing, so we do it by word of mouth, and we require you guys to help us.
Pass it on to your friends.
Yeah, we love it.
And also, if you'd like to support the Jeep Life Podcast, head over to Patreon. and you can support us in a $3, $5, or $10 per month subscription.
Yeah, and we appreciate it. We appreciate everybody that hangs out with us on Sunday nights, doing your comments. We like to respond to those, or at least throw them up on the screen while we're doing that. And it makes it so much better to have that kind of instant feedback. And we appreciate you guys as always. For Break It Bill, I'm Jeep and Terry, and here's a big Jeep wave to you, everybody. Cool. All right, that's awesome. Thanks, guys, for hanging out.
It was a good one.
It was a good one. It was a lot of fun.
I
Hey,
liked
Danny, Eric. So I did get some feedback on the camera setup,
Dual camera.
and maybe I have my camera set to mirror because my camera is right in front of me. I mean, like right there, and it's really disorienting for me if the movement doesn't match
What you do.
what I'm doing. So if it's doing the opposite of what I'm doing,
Yeah.
it's real disorienting for me and distracting. So that's why I have mine mirrored, and then everybody else is kind of
Normal.
And I apologize if that
Throws people off.
throws you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Eric. Right back at you. But hey, Canada is good to see you. I appreciate the appreciation
Heck yeah, man.
from up in Canada. Come see us at our live events. It'll be a lot of fun, I promise. We're
We have
good
to
people.
get to those live events, Terry.
Oh, that's true. We do. We're working on that. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good night.